Could the next Battlefield game actually be a return to form for DICE? I think that's a question a lot of people are asking themselves these days, especially with Battlefield 2042 getting close to the end of its lifespan. Whether you're still actively playing Battlefield 2042 and enjoying it, or you've long since quit and you're trying to hold on to whatever thread of hope you have left for the future of the franchise, it does appear that DICE are going to have a really good go at making the next game a success. Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here. We are going to get into the main topic of the video in a few minutes, but first we have some patch notes to go over. There's a brand new game mode available for week 3 of Redux, and it looks like DICE may consider increasing party sizes for Battlefield 2042. Guys, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future Battlefield videos. Hit me up on X or Discord if you want to squad up or simply keep up with what's new. I think we're like 20 subs from 48,000 right now, so if this video pushes us over that, that'd be awesome. As always guys, thank you for your support. Alright, let's kick things off with update 5.3.1 here, which is live right now and should be available to download for you guys. This is a very, very small update. Outside of a few fixed issues, there's only really one meaningful balance change in this mini patch, and that is that they've increased the helicopter tow missile replenishment rate from 15 to 22 seconds. So a bit of a nerf for both the attack helicopters and the stealth helicopters there. I certainly agree with this nerf. In fact, I think I was one of the people to actually suggest it in the first place, so that's pretty cool to see that they've followed through on that. But having that second tow missile that was added to the helicopters with all of the other changes is a big deal. Not only because you could have 2 tow missiles, obviously, and fire them back to back, but also because being able to fire one, keep one in reserve for emergencies, and then have that first missile start regenerating is a really big deal as well. And I think the replenish rate was just a little bit too high, so not a massive nerf here, but I think one that is justified. Now, it being Reset Tuesday today, we of course have a brand new Redux game mode, and this time it's the first mode of 2 from Season 3, Conquest Assault. So if you're not familiar or you didn't get a chance to play this one, unlike regular Conquest, in Conquest Assault, one team starts with more tickets than the other, but no flags, and only a deployment to spawn in, and the other team starts with less tickets, but they have all of the flags. However, the catch is that the defending team don't have a deployment, so if they lose all of their flags, the attacking team win regardless of the remaining tickets. Truthfully, this is, I think, one of the better modes that they've released amongst all of the seasonal events, so it's well worth a go. Also, this was the only season that actually had 2 separate modes, so either partway through this week or possibly next week, I'm not sure how they're going to do this, you can expect to see the other game mode, which is Breakthrough Chaos. Now moving on here, I just want to mention this because I happen to be watching the Battlefield official live stream and somebody asked an interesting question there. So they asked if there's any chance to see larger squads in Battlefield 2042, like 8-player squads for example. And basically, well, the short answer here is no. However, they did say that they are considering increasing the size of parties. So if you're playing with a bunch of friends, or like me, if I want to join a game with a bunch of you guys, you could essentially make a party with 8 people, and then it would split you into 2 separate squads. But that should still alleviate the problem of having the people outside of your party join on you, only to find themselves on the wrong team. Okay, let's come back to the next Battlefield game here. So it's no secret that DICE have great expectations to fulfill with the release of the next game. This really is their last chance, it feels like. They absolutely cannot afford to fail here the same way they did with the release of Battlefield 2042. They need to play it safe here and go back to Battlefield's roots, return to the old formula, the one that has worked and delighted fans for decades, and release a polished, refined experience with a high skill ceiling but a low skill floor, with a solid plan for future content. Put in the time to bring back all the missing features like a server browser, even if we have a matchmaking system that matchmakes into it, platoons, and spectator mode. Do these things and DICE will have a solid title on their hands, I think. And it could be that DICE thinks that too. Over the past months, and especially the past few weeks, there have been a lot of old DICE developers who have rejoined the team. Over on X, Peter Friendrup said, "Had a bunch of great people join our teams recently, including a good deal of old DICErs returning. Really strong and enthusiastic team, very excited about the future." Darko Supe said, "Even more people are returning to the company now than I thought. It's literally like watching Power Rangers assembling." If I didn't know better, I'd say that DICE have reached out to some of these ex-DICErs to gain some assistance in how to capture the essence of what a proper Battlefield game should be. They're assembling the Avengers, they're putting the band back together. Now, that's not to say that I think DICE can't make a good Battlefield game without these people. I absolutely think they can. And I know there are a bunch of talented developers who currently work at DICE, and honestly I mainly blame EA and other pressures for the shoddy release of 2042, but it was also clear that the design direction of the game was not one that Battlefield fans appreciated, and that's why you hear a lot of people saying things like, you can't fix something that is broken at its core, and I think in some ways that is correct. It feels like we've been screaming from the rafters for so many years that we just want Battlefield to be Battlefield and for DICE to stop chasing trends. That was obviously completely ignored with this game, so hopefully DICE have learnt their lesson. Not to say there isn't room for innovation in the Battlefield franchise, but it's just so obvious when a company looks at another game and goes, "Oh, well that was really successful in their game, so let me just shoehorn this into our game and maybe it'll be even more successful too." The Battlefield formula already is successful. It is already a winner, and that's why I like this game. I don't want to play Apex or COD or anything else. I want to play Battlefield. Just remember that, DICE. Guys, as always, leave me your thoughts down below. Do you agree with me here, or am I just an old boomer who needs to get with the times? I don't know, that's how I feel. I do see some people out there, especially newer players, saying that Battlefield 2042 is their favourite game and they think it's better than all of the past Battlefield games. But then on the other hand, most of the, I don't want to call you guys old timers, but you know, let's say Battlefield veterans, seem to think all the previous games were better, and Battlefield 2042 ranks among one of the worser games. So leave me your thoughts below. I would be very interested to see what you guys have to say there. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe for more, follow me on Twitch if you want to hang out there. I'm making an effort to stream at least 3 times a week. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.